watching on Twitch? Nobody right now, but whatever. I just started. I've decided not to do a Spicy Salsa podcast. It would have been episode 11 this week. Oops. And that is because it was kind of a slow news week. But what we did get from Nintendo is this gracious gift of a Pokemon Nintendo Direct that kind of came out of nowhere. I think a lot of people were expecting Gen 8 or a Sinnoh remake to be announced soon. So we did get Gen 8. And today I'm just going to give my thoughts on that. So the podcast will hopefully be back in another 2 weeks. That'll be on Friday. If you want to watch live on Twitch, I usually try to upload them to YouTube by Sunday. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started here and just chat about this. And this isn't going to be as long as a normal podcast. Now, I'm going to have the video up here so we can kind of look through pictures for details, because there's not really a lot of information, despite what some websites do that whole like, oh, everything we know about the game. Well, everything we know about the game so far, it's right here, okay? It's in this video. So for the Direct, we had Tsunekazu Ishihara come out and, basically was like, all right, we've been playing Pokemon for years, blah, blah, blah. They showed like all these neat little pictures. I would just play the video and talk over it, but like I've said before, and many people in the past, like Nintendo's very stingy about, you playing their videos and trailers and whatnot. So he came out, was talking about history of Pokemon, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then we get some footage here. So my first thoughts, let's talk about the region and the environment. We'll get to the starters later because that's at the end anyway. So we'll just kind of go in the order that they go. And I have my little note sheet here. So the environment looks great. Now, I will say in recent years, Pokemon has done a very good job of taking influences from different places around the world to make it more interesting. So like, what was it? Sun and Moon, were based off Hawaii. So you see the Hawaii influences all around. The name of the region is like the Aloha region or something, right? Or something like that. But I wasn't quite sure where they were going with this region. And I was looking at it. I was like, okay, the colors are kind of, they are still colorful. They're bright, right? But what was it? Like, it was very, like, and the houses have plants all around them and, like, bushes and flowers. And I thought that was really cool. And I was just thinking in my head, like, what could this region be representing? Now, obviously, if you live, and we'll get to where it is in a minute, if you live in that part of the world, you probably were like right away like, oh, but for me as an American, I had to think about it. And I was looking at, let's see if I can find the picture without playing the video and getting bitched at by Nintendo. I can't find it. Whatever. But I was looking at a couple of these pictures, right? This one. Nope. It's not going to let me see it. But I was looking at a couple of them. Yeah, this one right here. I looked at this and I was just like, what does this remind me of? And it just reminded me of Winnie the Pooh. And I was like, why would that be? That's weird. Like, Winnie the Pooh came across my head, and then I looked at, Diana as I was watching it with her, and I said, oh, it's the UK. Like, it's Europe, or they're taking inspiration from, like, I would assume Britain. That, to me, where's it at? A couple of these make me think a little bit more London-y. It's going to be really hard to find the pictures, but you get the idea. So yeah, it does seem to be heavily inspired by Europe, or at least like maybe like the UK or that side of Europe and whatnot, Western, if you will. And yeah, it's really cool. I like the outfits a lot of the people have. They kind of look nice and dapper. They look a little posh, I guess. I don't know. But they do look really cool. They didn't show a lot of new Pokemon here, and I know they did that on purpose because they didn't want to get into what the new Pokemon would look like. And with that being said, let's go into the Pokemon. So, yeah, I assume they opted out to not show off a lot of the Pokemon because obviously they want to save that for later However, they did decide. So later on, let's see. We get the names. No, we do get the Pokemon first. So we get this neat little trailer that pops up, and this trailer is specifically for the Pokemon. So we see that little wheel, and then these little footsteps, and then Score Bunny comes out with all of his glory, looking like that. I'm gonna actually here. We can even. Nope, that's not gonna work. Never mind. I was gonna try to zoom in on it, but Score Bunny comes out looking cute, looking like that. He looks awesome. So here's our fire starter. He's the first one revealed. And then he walks away. He leaves these little fire footprints in the ground. And then what happens, you can't see, but a little squirt gun looking thing comes out of the water, right? And let's see if I can... Nope, not going to work. Yeah, a little squirt gun sprays out the flames of those footsteps. We get a little, like, scene. The camera pans over to this little lake-looking thing. You see this kind of invisible-looking creature, and then Sobble comes out, our water starter. I'll see if I can get a better view of him. He crawls out like a little cutie, and then he comes out like that. Totally picking Sobble. He's my starter. I always pick the water starters, though, but I do like his design out of all these the best, regardless. And then I can't remember what he does to Sobble, but the little monkey does something because he's like mischievous, right? He's supposed to be the mischievous one. And he has these little sticks and he like bangs them, I think like drums. And then he like crawls up this thing. And we get our reveal of Grookey, who is also adorable. And he's our grass starter. And that is how the Grookey gang got started. There's a lot of people on Twitter, calling themselves the Grookey gang and whatever. So that's funny. So we didn't get a whole lot of information there. And they didn't announce any features. Now, I will say this. I am curious as to what features they'll add/take out. Because every Pokemon game takes out features we love, but oftentimes replaces them with new features that we hopefully love. For example, secret bases in Hoenn. Now, they brought secret bases back in Diamond and Pearl they were better secret bases, right? And they added the mining game to it, but then in Black and White, they just took it out altogether, which sucked, but then Black and White has, I don't know, something else to replace it. I can't think of, like, what Black and White's big feature. I wish, I miss secret bases. I wish they had always done that better. Super secret bases was not enough of an improvement, in my opinion. I would love to see the return to secret bases, but I doubt it. We will get I would assume we get secret bases when they do the Sinnoh, remake. Whenever that is. But, yeah, and then they just showed the names. So, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm getting Sword. It's blue. I like Sword. I don't know. I feel like most people are going to get Sword. You know how, like, when a new Pokemon game comes out and you're just kind of like, ooh, which one of these is going to be the one that everyone buys? Well, for me... Let's take a look. All Pokemon gens. I don't know. See if we can get like... No. I want to know the games. Yeah, okay. So I don't care about the movies. But red, red and green. Green wasn't in America. So we're just going to go through the American ones. We got blue, or red and blue. For those, when I was a kid, I didn't really know, but it did become apparent to me later on that a lot of people like Charizard. Now, I don't know which one actually sold more because blue was a more popular... I don't know. Gold and silver, to me, that was a close one, right? Like, gold and silver, I'm thinking like, oh, silver, which is what I had, sells more. I always just get the one that, like, calls out to me right away. That's really cool about Pokemon games, but I think gold actually did sell more. To me, it feels like silver, but I'm wrong on that one, I believe. Ruby and Sapphire. Ruby, I think, sold a lot more. That one I felt like could go either way when I was a kid. I'm like, I don't know which one's going to sell more. I wanted Sapphire. Didn't even end up getting that. I got Emerald later on. Diamond and Pearl, I was pretty sure Diamond was going to sell more, and I think it did. Once again, don't quote me on any of these. I think I know for a fact that Ruby sold more, but other than that, yeah. But you get the idea. We'll just go through all of them real quick. Why not? Diamond and Pearl, I felt like Diamond was going to sell more. I think it did. Just and a lot of it has to do with the legendary, but we don't have a legendary yet. They haven't showed off the legendaries. It's weird. We just get these pictures of like the same looking wolf. So I don't know if that has any indication of the legendary at all, or if that's just some kind of emblem. But a lot of times, like the name has to do with the legendary, right? So Diamond, well, Dialga is kind of diamondy. Palkia is kind of, he's got these like red pearls, right, or whatever. Ruby, for Groudon, and Sapphire for Kyogre. So there's some indication there. Black and white, I always thought the one with Reshiram would sell more. Now I got Zekrom. See, I can't remember which one's which. So I got white, but I wanted black. But I only wanted black because I like the color, like black more than white. I guess black's not technically or white's not. Yeah, black's not technically a color. Whatever. We're not going to go into that. So and I think white or actually I don't know. I don't know which one of those sold more either. I don't know if I was right on that one, but I got white version. X and Y, I always thought X would sell more, and I believe it did, and that's what I have, just based on the legendaries alone. But that felt really close. I knew a lot of people who had both. See, that's the thing. You can tell, because like all of a sudden when I'm a kid, gold, silver, like it seemed like all my friends had gold, and I was like, really? Like nobody wanted the Lugia silver, Ruby and Sapphire. Everyone had Ruby. I knew like one kid that had Sapphire. So, Sun and Moon, I figured most people would buy Moon. I actually don't know that one either. I've never looked at it. Now, Sword and Shield. Sword, to me, is the one that calls out to me, but it's also the one that I feel like most people are going to go with. There's just something about, like, swords that are aggressive and whatever. I didn't mean to stray off into that, but that was kind of fun. So, anyways, I'm trying to think. Is there anything I missed? They had Masuda come out. Here he is in all of his glory. Junichi Masuda. He showed some more landscapes behind him that are really nice. They did announce the name of the regions, the Galar region. Map's really cool, kind of your typical Pokemon region. I'm not sure who this is, by the way, so I apologize for that. It says Shigeru Omori. Oh, okay, yeah, of course. So they show off and they give a little zoomed in. So that's really cool. This building looks like that's probably like the big goldenrod or whatever of the game, right? Maybe Goldenrod City or whatever, those big ones. They always had like a big one in every Pokemon game with the best shops and stuff. They got like some mountains here, some little places back there, the snow area up north, of course. So it looks really nice. I thought it was weird that it's on an island. Like every Pokemon game has to have some kind of water element surrounding it, right? Like imagine so I live in Iowa. Imagine if they did one in the Midwest. It's like, well, there's some lakes, but I always thought that would be interesting. Like what if they didn't do it in a region where there's like an island or, things around? They could. That's one picture that kind of reminded me of like London or something, or a lot of these. So shows off that looks like a gym, grass gym specifically. It tells you before you even go in. There's the starters, beautiful picture. There's the names, and I think that's about it. We did get a release date, late 2019, and then they just kind of closed it out. So, anyways, that's really all I have to say on it. I apologize. There's no podcast this week. There just wasn't a whole lot to talk about. I had one subject. There's a new Yu-Gi-Oh game coming out, Legacy of the Duelist. Apparently it is on the Switch. I don't know if it's coming to America. That's all I had. There were some other things, like Anthem came out and it sucks, but I was just like, I'm not going to get into that, So anyways, I know it was really short, but thank you for watching. I will be getting more Let's Plays up soon. I'm going to record some either today or tomorrow. And keep watching my stream on twitch.tv/BroccoClock. The stream has been going great. I'm doing another Pokemon Let's Go Eevee stream on Sunday from 5 Central to 7. So that's going to be awesome. The last two have been extremely successful for me. I'm almost to affiliate. I'm really, really close. I got the followers, just not the average, but the average has been rising. So thank you everyone for supporting, watching. I'm looking forward to more information on this. I'll have more information on the podcast as it comes out, but they gave us a good bittersweet, starting bulk of information for us to go off of. They actually showed some gameplay, and that's how you know they're confident in it, unlike Crackdown 3. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time, hopefully on the next podcast. Bye.